What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with some more hockey question mark. This time with I think we're calling it the short Lewis League. I think that's what the S stands for in that, but I honestly, who knows? It's another Lewis League, which is very exciting. We've got a nice four-team league this time around, so it's pretty much the same, I think, as it's been recently. We may have had one five-team Lewis League tournament that went through there, but back down to four for now. So that's okay. It's been a little bit. We're working our way back into it, but despite the fact that there's only four teams, these are very, very high talent, high quality teams that we have playing in this tournament. So we're gonna have some big names for you tonight. We're gonna have three games in a row here. So it should be a fun evening. I'm looking forward to it. I hope all of you are as well. And we'll pull up the schedule and see what it is that we're actually playing tonight. So we have Seattle versus Solary, which is the first like official franchise, I guess, or esports franchise that we've had in any of our tournaments. I believe they're a French organization. So Seattle GM'd by Crab in a Tree, Solary GM'd by Juice. Then we'll have Red Deer Caribous, GM'd by none other than Otto, taking on Seattle again. And then final game of the night at 8:30 will be Red Deer taking on the Toronto Rush. So we'll get to see all four teams tonight across the three games. It's going to be exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we got some big names on both sides. We have one team ready to go. Looks like Seattle is here. I think we may have some issues getting the Solary team into the server, but hopefully we'll get there in a second. But yeah, so welcome back. Anybody who might be new to the broadcast, new to the game, you can go ahead and hit !HQM in the chat there, and that will give you a link to the Discord, which will tell you a little bit more about what the game is, how to download the game, how to play it, and where to find most of the North American community, and also some insight into the European community as well, as we do have some people that pop in there every now and then from the EU side of things. So, but yeah, a lot of exciting stuff going on as the North American League, well, leagues, competitive community really, is now entering its 10th year, a full decade since North American competitive hockey started. And there is not a better way to celebrate that than with some more hockey question mark. I managed to find a quick side note. Oh, it looks like they're waiting on me. All right. Anyway, so I was saying, quick side note while we get into the game. I managed to find a red slushy flavored hard cider, which is one of the weirdest things I've ever drank in my life. Very weird. If you ever heard of Down East, which if you don't live in the Northeast United States, you probably haven't. But yeah, it's I don't really know how to describe it. It's almost like a grenadine kind of flavor in it. It's very sweet. But we're gonna be drinking this tonight, which is interesting, different. Looks like they're asking about unpausing. There we go. Okay, they finally resumed. I was going to say, we have Lewis in this game, who is the commissioner for this league. So glad that we actually have some leadership here. But anyway, on red, we've got Solary, which is Carl Jr., a.k.a. Juice. Bulborb, which is a creative name for none other than Austin, NHL Killa or Go Leafs Go, Lewis Friend, and Paco. And on Seattle, we have Doug, Crab in a Tree, Haybert, Tony Flo, and Quacky Face. So again, some epic lineups here tonight as we're looking at what you would really say are getting close to all-star rosters here across all four of these teams. And we'll get to see more of that throughout the course of the night as we get our opening face-off, seeing the new face-off strategy, which is to win it kind of back towards like the right middle. It's a little interesting. I'm not entirely sure yet how they do it, but some of the members of the community, in particular Quacky and Paco, are infamous for being very good at it. Quacky, I think, gets the best of Paco for the most part, but it's a really difficult face-off to win, and I think this comes from the European community, so I've been told. But We've got a couple North American players that have mastered it, and it is surprisingly effective at generating possession off of a face-off. But nothing really doing here for now, as we have changes in possession all over the place. Paco trying to pick this up on the boards for Solary. He does find Juice across. Juice going for the pass/shot into the slot there, looking for Paco, but unable to connect. The back check from Quacky Face standing tall, getting in the way. Austin's going to pick this up behind his own net now. He's going to send this around to NHL Killa. He's looking for Juice across, but a nice pickoff there by Quacky. Quacky tries to cut through two and almost gets there, but good defensive play from Team Solary. As Leafs has an opportunity now. There is no offsides on this, no icing for anybody that might be new to the game. We do not have either of those rules enabled right now. We kind of go back and forth on them, but yeah, for the time being, no offsides or icing. Well, that does tend to change from time to time. Leafs trying to pick this up now. He has it in the middle. Is looking for Paco, but unable to make that one work as Paco, I think, started to turn back, seeing that it looked like he lost it there. Reasonable trying to play a little bit more defense, and Quacky with it now. Attempting to find an outlet, but couldn't. So Juice is going to pick this one up. He's going to send it to the middle, feathers it over to Paco. Paco with a great cutback, but I think it was Tony or Doug, I don't know. They were all grouped up together, but whatever the case is, really nice defense from Seattle, getting their stick in the shooting lane, knowing exactly what Paco was going to do with that. Smart players make smart plays. Unsurprising. Tony with it now. He gets around one. He's got Paco back checking, and a great job by Paco. Gets there to knock it away. It's going to result in this puck being sent wide. However, Quacky does get there first. He beats Austin. He's looking for Tony in the middle. Tony plays it out of the air, but he can't get enough of it, and that is cleared out. Hebert left to pick this up behind his own goal line now. He's going to send this around, looking for Crab. He does find him. Crab gets blocked on the pass. Juice with a great job forechecking that. That's going to kill that opportunity for them as Austin going to pick this one up and look for Paco around the same boards. Paco with Doug all over him, and a great job by Doug. Strips him, tries to cut to the outside, but too many bodies in the way. Can't make it through. So Austin behind his own net again. He's got Leafs back around. Does look for him. Leafs all the time in the world here. We're going to look up deep, and he does. Trying to find the covered Juice. No room to work with. Great defensive positioning there by Crab. Doug nearby just in case. So Crab gets it over to the aforementioned Doug. Doug looking for a long shot now, which is an interesting decision on goalies, as that rarely goes in these days, but maybe seeking a rebound. And Leafs is going to pick this one up, but the forecheck, or really the back check here, all over him from Tony. A shot on net still from Leafs. Falls relatively harmlessly onto Hebert's stick. Clearing it out a second time is Hebert, now getting it across to Tony, but Tony loses it. Juice with a great strip. Paco goes for the drop pass back to Juice, but that's going to get cleared in. Tony and Paco going for it along the boards here, but Tony will come away with this. Doug now behind his own net. Doug feathers it up the middle on a longer stretch pass. Is he going to find Tony? He might. He does. But the puck pushed a little bit too far away from him. He almost was able to get away with that. As I say that, though, Quacky picks up the loose puck. He's skating in. The defenseman is bodied, but a great job on the back check. Juice blocks the shot at the last second. What a play. Juice, an incredible player in this game. One of the most talented players that HQM has ever seen. And this will get dumped back down for Crab to pick up. Looking for one more final opportunity, though the puck's really going back and forth here at this point. So Leafs with it now. He's got about 7 seconds. Holding on to it. Looks for the pass. This is going to have to be a pretty instant shot from Austin. Austin tries to pass it in front. They try to get it back, and he does! Juice plays it out of the air. He tips it up to himself, cuts it back down across, and gets it through the far side of the net. There's nothing that Hebert can do on that. What a play. I did not think they were going to be able to make that one work. Apologies for the black screen here for a second, but I did not think they were going to be able to make that one work with with the setup, the amount of time they had left. That clock was ticking down. God damn. Got to give Juice credit for that one and give the whole team credit for that one. They made that passing play work. And wow, what a play by Juice. We talked about it earlier. One of the most talented players to play the game, and you saw it there. One hell of a player. But Quacky, extremely talented individual of his own, gets his own opportunity, and Tony battling in front. I can't tell who he was fighting with here. It looks like it's Austin, and he gets just enough of it to tip it past Lewis. Oh, what a way for them to answer back. Great to see a tie game, but oh man, if that doesn't epitomize what HQM is, just a beautiful high skill goal followed by something that just looks so silly. But nonetheless, it is a tie game. All the goals count the same. It doesn't matter how cool it was in the process. Lewis will definitely want that one back, but here we go. And Juice again strong on the forecheck, blocks Haybert's clearing attempt. Crab there to bail him out, but this attempted breakout turns into a turnover as Leafs finds Austin. Austin going back across, but that's too far over the net. However, he has a man there to pick it up as Juice followed this in. He's going for the wrap on the short side, but a great job by Haybert holding the post. However, it comes back out in front. Juice has it in its crossbar. Oh, robbed 3 times it looked like there. What a sequence. Juice really wants another one, and you have to think with how he's playing, he's going to get it. Spinning it back around in front, Quacky attempting to answer the pressure that has been put on by this Solary team. Nothing doing, though, and Paco and Juice with another opportunity. They have a 2-on-1. He has a lane. He shoots it, and a great save, stepping up on it by Haybert. Swats that out of the way, makes it look easy. Great job on the timing, the prediction of the angle. Attempted centering pass here from Tony to Quacky is cut down by Leafs. Nice defensive play there with his back turned to the puck. Leafs skating up with it now, taking the room, gets around 1, gets around 2. He has an opportunity, and he takes it. And he gets just enough of a tuck in here on his stick. You can see as he's kind of curling that around as he shoots, he's disguising the angle that he shoots at, making it really tough for Haybert to figure out where that's coming from. And what a great job by Leafs there. Beautiful release. Puts his team up 2-1 after making the defensive play as the last man back. And Solary takes a 2-1 lead. This puck's going to get sent in deep. Doug here to pick this up. Forecheck from Paco is strong, so he's got to get rid of that quickly. Austin picks this up now, sends it around, and he does find Juice. Juice looking up and across for Paco, but can't get there as that's cut down by Doug. Doug trying to fling it back across, but a great job by Paco, getting back, staying strong on it. Quacky trying to pick this up now. He's got Tony to work with short side. He does get it over to him, but with no room to work with. Tough for him to find anything to do, but Quacky finds the pass to the slide. He's got a defenseman there, and Crab, I think that got tipped, but it looked like it was going to go wide regardless, but still a nice opportunity there. A great job by Quacky. Just fantastic creative vision and patience there to find Crab in that spot. This will get dumped down, but Austin will pick this off in the neutral zone. He's got a chance to take a shot, but absolutely denied by Tony. It's right to the stick of Juice, though. Blocks don't matter. Quacky with it now. Finds Doug. Doug has a bit of room to work with. He's only got one guy who's covering the pass instead of the shot, and that almost gets by Lewis off the near post, the far post. I couldn't even tell. Made it back across to Tony. Tony with too tight of an angle could not put that one home, and the puck headed the other way is now turned over. And is picked up here by Go Leafs Go. Leafs with it now, trying to find the middle pass up to Paco, but too far wide. Haybert playing that out to the side. Doug picking this up now, looking back across for Quacky. This is too far for him. Quacky's going to have to chase this in, pressuring Leafs. Quacky, one of the better forecheckers in the game, following him tightly. Notice how he doesn't kill his momentum at any point during that process. Super important part of forechecking well. Tony with it now tries to fling it back to find Quacky, and almost does, but a great job stepping out by Lewis. It might not matter as another shot attempt and a second gets blocked, and this is going to fall down to the side. Solary keeping their 1-goal lead here, despite the valiant efforts from Seattle. Tony picks this one off. A great read on that puck there. He's going to fling this one up and across to Quacky, who tries to one-time it through Austin. Really tough play to make, and he almost made it work. Quacky over to Tony. This is going to get sent back to Doug at the blue line. Doug curls it back in, trying to disguise that shot the same way we saw Leafs do earlier. Tony with it now, looking for Crab on the boards. He finds him. Crab steps in, doesn't get a lot of it, but Tony will be able to pick this one up. He's going to try to send this back around. Crab not there in time, though, as the period runs out, and we will go into the third period with a 2-1 lead for Solary. Remarkable gameplay here from both teams, which is great to see. You're always a little bit concerned when there's been a longer delay in between seasons, in between tournaments, because it can be tough to maintain that focus, that level of skill, the timing with what you do. There's a lot of muscle memory in this game if you've never played it before. So maintaining that is super important, and if you don't use it, you lose it type deal. So it's always nice to see the players ready to go, and what a beautiful attempted back pass there. Paco almost read that, but not quite in the right position. Bouncing puck, a little scary for a moment there for Haybert, but cleared out. Austin going to pick this one up now. He's looking for the centering and pass right down the middle. Bounces over Paco, who had been bodied by Doug anyway. Not sure how much they would have gotten out of that. And Doug with it now finds Quacky across. Quacky with a chance to cut it back or take the backhand pass. He cuts it in. There's a bunch of guys in the way. Tries to pass through 3 people to get to Tony. Does get the puck there, but I think you'd want to see him either take that shot or cut it back again to the outside to take it. So he had an opportunity. The pass was a little bit cheeky to try to get that one away. So just over 3.5 minutes to go here. So we're looking for a game-tying goal from Seattle. 2-1 so far for Solary. And this might be the opportunity. It's a beautiful play, but a nice save from Lewis. Quacky not able to get the velocity on that shot that he wanted to, given the fact he had to kill his momentum. Great job getting it on net, but unfortunately, Lewis standing tall, unfazed by Quacky's attempt, unfazed by the goal he let in earlier that you know he's going to want back. And keeping this a 1-goal lead for his team. As now Juice is working Seattle in their defensive zone, tries to find Austin across, but this is going to be turned over, and Quacky with it now. He's got Tony skating up far. He's going to take the shot, but it was on the ice, and Lewis swung too early. Oh, no. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Lewis tries to make the clearing attempt, but he's just half a second off, and Quacky is the beneficiary of yet another play that Lewis is going to want back. He's going to kill me for talking about him like this. I'm sorry, buddy, but yeah, you gotta shake the rust off a little bit there, though. He's looked good outside of those 2 circumstances, and we are back to a tie game with just over 2.5 minutes to go. Juice here blocking the attempted centering pass from the Seattle team. It's going to get sent all the way out and down. Tony to pick it up here. He's looking across. Beautiful cross pass to Crab. It's just off the tip of his stick. Crab not able to do quite enough with it. Doug here to recover, though. Doug skating back, giving himself plenty of room to work with, waiting for Quacky to get open, but a great read by Leafs. He steps up on the play. He cuts in. He's all alone. And Haybert, what a save. In close, and oh, no. Haybert, no. Oh, what a play by Juice here as he gets the block and it just happens to physics straight into the net. You have to feel for Haybert on that one. He makes such a beautiful save in close on the breakaway, and right after the puck gets physicsed into his net. Oh, that is tragic. But what a play from Juice. We said he was going to get a second. He is rewarded there as he's got 2 goals on the board. The only player in the game who has reached that 2-goal mark. This puck is going to be sent down, and we have just over 1.5 minutes left now. As Paco picks off this attempted D-to-D pass, and he's got room to work with here. He cuts it back to the outside. Leafs not open in the middle, so he's got to bring this in. Tries to go for the deep centering pass. Finds Austin, but Austin can't get a great angle on the shot. This is going to get sent around to the point. Juice picks it up here, sends it across, looking for Paco. He's trying to race Tony, but can't get there in time. Crab with it now, looking for the deep centering pass. He does find Quacky, but it spins off his stick, and Paco is going to leave this for Austin. Austin looking back across for Paco. Paco with a great chance to try to take a shot, but he goes for the pass, and somehow it works. He goes for the pass with the defenseman all over him. The defenseman, I don't think, quite ready for that, as, Doug's stick just up in the air a little bit, and Juice able to pick up his reward and his third of the game for the hat trick. Incredible player. And a beautiful sequence there. Paco and Juice. Undeniable talents here as Juice looking for maybe his fourth. Not his fourth goal, but his fourth point as he finds the centering pass here to Austin. And Austin puts it home short side of the net on the ice. Habert, no chance on that one. Can't reach physically across that far. Unfortunate circumstance for him. 5 goals against, but certainly not Habert's fault by any stretch. And that is going to be the dagger in this game as we wind down the final 30 seconds of the opening game of the Lewis League. 20 seconds to go now. A back pass around to Juice as they're probably just going to kill time at this point. Yeah, no real rush. So definitive early MVP here to Juice, Carl Jr., as he made an incredible sequence of plays here to get his team the victory. 4 points on 5 goals that his team scored. Very close game for the first 12 and a half minutes until they finally pulled away at the end. And unfortunate for Seattle. However, with that, we will get to see Seattle run it back here, as Seattle is going to be taking on the Red Deer Caribou, which is a new custom team that we haven't seen before, GM'd by none other than Otto, widely regarded to be one of the best players to ever play the game, if not the best. With any luck, we'll see them filing in here to the server. It looks like we're starting to get some. I see Delph, I see Otto, I see Marchie, so we've got a couple. We do typically operate under the, basically we call it like the 5-minute rule. You have 5 minutes from when the last game ended to start your game, which usually aligns well with the warm-up timer, barring any, ridiculous circumstances. So that's typically what we try to hold our players to, but I don't know how, seriously they're going to be taking that for this. But yeah, what a game. What an opening game. Very exciting as I crack into my second, excuse me, my second red slushy cider. Okay, so we do have players joining in on the ice. I see, it looks like we have some missing players from Otto's team from Red Deer. I don't see Kiwi here, most notably. But we have the same lineup coming in for Seattle that we saw last game, which is GM, Crab in a Tree, Doug, Habert, Tony Flo, and Quacky Face. And coming in on the blue side this time is going to be the Red Deer Caribou, Marchie, Otto, Super, Jabba, Dalf, and I think DeBeezy might be on this team. I don't actually remember. Oh, sorry, he's on Toronto. So we will see DeBeezy later. Opening face-off is won by Quacky. As I mentioned at the start of this stream, if you weren't around, this new face-off strategy is one that Quacky has adopted extremely well. Probably the best face-off taker in North America, and it's not particularly close. Good opportunity here early for Seattle as they have a 2-on-1, but a great defensive play by Marchie. Shuts that down as Tony trying to find the centering pass to Quacky there, who was all alone in the slot. Not the best sign for the Red Deer defense here to have some guys wide open like that early into the game, but they'll settle in. They'll shake off the rust a little bit, I have faith. Always hard to bet against teams with Otto on them. It's Quacky with it now, looking for Crab, and it's just a hair too far. Dalf will pick this one up. He's looking up the boards to Otto, does find him. Otto cuts it back to the outside, but does lose this. He had 3 guys all over him. However, as I say that, Otto able to get the body off, which allows his team to maintain possession there for a moment and almost get the play going again. Delph going to break this one up in the middle as we get some back and forth play here in the neutral zone. And Doug will come away with this, looking for Crab, but it's off the boards. However, right back to Crab And Tony with an opportunity. He's got Crab coming up the middle. He looks for it. Beautiful pass, and Crab top right corner makes it a 1-0 game. Starting off strong, coming back from their loss. Great play by Tony, and a great finish there by Crab with the one-timer, wasting no time trying to stick handle that. Smart move by him. Pass across from Tony to Quacky. Quacky has it, tries to board bounce it off to himself, but a nice read there from Marchie comes to knock that away. Puck still finds its way to the front of the net. A little dangerous there. Otto tries to skate it through two guys and unsurprisingly doesn't get it. It's off of two red sticks here. Quacky's going to try to come away with this. Looking for Crab up, same boards. Crab does get there. He's battling with Jabba now, and Jabba gets enough of the body on him to push him away from that. So Marchie, loses it to Quacky. Great back check there by Quacky. Just picks his pocket, but unfortunately can't do anything with it from there. Hebert now with the puck. Goalie out of his net, taking the long pass, blocked to side by Dalf. Hebert is able to get back to his net before any danger arises. However, I say that, Otto stealing the puck away from Doug, cuts it back in short side on Doug, almost makes it work, but pushes the puck a little bit too far away from himself. That's going to result in a dump here. So Marchie picking this up behind his blue line, behind his goal line. It's going to get picked off by Quacky, though Marchie does find it back. He finds Doug. Doug with the shot, but wide. Unable to get that attempt on net. Didn't look too dangerous even if it was. Marchie looking for Jabba now, who's streaking up the ice. Jabba tries to find Marchie back, same, gets it, a physics puck. He's picked up off the boards by Otto. Kept in, but there's a man right in front. Nobody home for Otto to pass that to. And that puck's going to get sent in deep, but again, picked off by Otto. Great body from Doug there. Knocks that free over to Tony, who then loses it to Marchie. Marchie goes for the drop to Dalf, and a nice block from Quacky. Almost able to break up this possession, but nothing doing. However, turnover in the offensive zone sends us the other way, as Tony might have a chance to get this puck. He's going after it. Can he get there? He does get it off the boards, but Marchie, defensively sound, defensive positioning, is there to make sure that there's no shot generated from that play. Quacky with it here. He's got Doug across. Still staying with it. Goes for the long shot, and a great job by Super playing that before Tony can get a handle on it. Quacky keeping it himself. He brings it to the outside, cutting it back in again. He gets around one, gets around two, but there's a third stick in the way. Can't get through that one. However, his team, Seattle, still maintaining possession. Of course, as I say that, cast or curse, Marchie does knock it away. And Hebert, with plenty of time to work with, is going to take that time, and almost blocked there by Jabba. It's a nice redirect by Super. Gets that away from the net. Over Seattle keeping the pressure on, maintaining possession, trying to go back and forth. They've got 5 seconds left. Quacky flings it in front. Almost a deflection on net by the defenseman there from Red Deer. And that'll get cleared out. And we will go to the end of the first period with Seattle up 1-0. So a tight game so far, but we saw this in the first game as well. It wasn't really till the third period where things started to break open a little bit. So I'm hopeful that we'll see some more scoring here soon. Opening faceoff won again by Quacky. Hardly a surprise. Is it even worth mentioning? Probably not. Doug tries to make the breakout pass, but great forecheck there by Jabba. Goes for the JSL pass to Otto and almost gets there, but it's a little too slow. Otto still finds a way to get a hold of this puck. Tries to go for the zero angle shot, but can't quite make it. This puck will get sent out to the neutral zone here, where Marchie picks this up. He's trying to get a deep pass here to Otto, and is successful. Otto picks this up before the defenseman. Goes for the board bounce, almost gets there, but Doug read that the entire way. Gets there first, strips it, and looking for Tony deep. He's not able to find that. Delph now, a lot of pressure on him as Quacky is chasing in. But a good job by Delph, playing that safely across. Jabba tries to flick it up to himself, but gets bodied, and that's going to give an opportunity here to Crab. He's all alone in the middle. He takes the backhand shot. I think it was blocked by his teammate. I think Quacky blocked that. Oh, we're going to need a replay on that at some point after the game. Unfortunate there, as I'm sure Quacky just trying to get his stick out of the way. And just like that, Otto gets his ice tilt going the other way. Otto, I think Super got a piece of that, although I'm not sure it would have mattered. And Otto, one of the game's best players of all time, makes this a 1-1 game, as he's definitely going to need to be the offensive carry of his team. Most of these teams have at least two players that you would consider to be, really star level players. And I think it's fair to say that at least right now, with the level of practice most people are operating with, that Red Deer is probably the only team that doesn't. But having arguably the best player of all time in Otto kind of helps make up for that, I would think. Opportunity here for Tony to put his team on top, and Super with a great save. The puck stopped the goal line there. It looked like the Seattle may have had an opportunity to come back and get that one tipped in, but excellent play by Super, not losing that puck on the line. He's played it very well so far this game, as we're just about to the halfway mark with a tie game. Archie gets around one. He's got an opportunity in the tight angle shot. Wow, I did not think he was going to get through that body, but he did. He avoids it perfectly, has just enough space, and picks a great height to shoot that at. Haybert projected it to be a little bit higher than it was, and Marchie sneaks that right in there. Those tight angle shots are a lot tougher than they look. Great job by Marchie, who's coming back for the first time in quite a while, shaking off his rust quite effectively. Crab in a tree with it now. Finds Quacky. Quacky, the man of the hour, gets bodied by two people and loses the puck. It's going to find its way over to Otto. Otto trying to fling it on net. He does. Haybert ready for that, though. However, Otto almost gets back the puck there. Tony's fighting with Dalf now. Isn't quite able to get through him, though, as he tried to board bounce over, and now Otto going the other way. He's got a man coming in to pressure, and a beautiful, again, tight angle shot. And this is one that you'd want to see a save on here from Super. He definitely has a read there to be able to see that one coming, Haybert, to see that one coming the whole way. And tight angle, so give him a little bit of credit, but that's one I feel like you'd normally expect Bert to save. I'm sure he's a little disappointed in himself after that one. But this game has started to blow open as Red Deer running away with this so far. Despite being down one of their starters. Actually, I think two of their starters. I think their starting goalie is also not here today. And oh, what a play. Quacky finds Tony in the middle. Tony going for the one-timer, and Super has his stick in the lane, watching the puck the whole way. Gets his twig in there at the perfect time. It's going to be huge in maintaining that lead. To immediately get that cut back down to 1 goal kind of takes some of the momentum, some of the wind out of your sails. So really big for Red Deer. Super coming in clutch. However, he's going to have to do it again as Tony with a great opportunity, a turnover there on the boards. As Quacky and Delph trying to fight for it, and Quacky gets the better of it. Finds Tony in the middle, all alone, rips it home. We've got a 1-goal game. So we're down to just about 30 seconds left here in the second period. Marchie finds a Delph. Delph trying to go deep for, I think, Jabba, but it might be too far for him. It is. Crab tries to clear that one out, but it's sent right back in. Doug will be picking this up. He's got Jabba all over him. Jabba with some great forecheck here today. And Otto able to steal this one away. Otto versus Crab. 5 seconds left. They have to just kill the possession here and kill the time, and they do so successfully. Seattle, great job not letting the time Jesus, as some people refer to him, Otto, work his magic there with 5 seconds left. It is never a good sign to see Otto have an opportunity like that with such little time left. He is a wizard when the pressure is on. So the third period opens up with a possession won originally by Red Deer, but a great job reading the breakout pass by Quacky. However, not able to get a shot away from it. And it's going to go right back to the Red Deer team as Dalf takes a long shot. Haybert easily plays that one wide. Sent over to Doug now. Doug tries to get around Otto. Otto gets a piece of it, but it's not enough. Crab finds Quacky across. Quacky has Tony to work with. Tony has an edge here on Marchie, but is slowed down. Quacky back and forth. Cuts it to the middle. Cuts it back. Super gets a piece of it, but it's still in off the far post. Quacky showing off the handles, and he tucks it in that far side. Just barely. But just like that, it seemed like Red Deer was going to pull away with this one, and all of a sudden we are back to a 3-3 tie game. Fantastic showing the last like two and a half minutes here of ice time from Seattle. Seattle with the puck possession here on the breakout. Crab attempting to find Quacky, but can't get there. So this will be sent around to Dalf, and Tony forechecking. Dalf able to still find Jabba though, but Jabba does get that stripped. Doug is here to pick this up. He's trying to find Tony deep, and he does. Dalf misses it. Tony mishandles it a little bit, but it's back across. Can he get there? No. Diving defensive play. I'm not sure who that was. But one of the Red Deer players gets just enough of a twig on that to prevent a beautiful scoring opportunity for Seattle. And as I say that, Quacky, another tight angle shot attempt. Unable to elevate that one, though. He couldn't quite get all of that. He'll have round two here, though, as he cuts this back around. Goes for the backhand shot from behind. Does miss that. That is a really tough shot to hit. But he might have another opportunity here. So he tries to squeak that one over to the middle, and Super wisely steps up and plays that one before it makes its way to Tony. So Otto with it here. He's going to skate this up by himself. Yep, gets around Tony. Looking to get around Quacky. Quacky doing a great job at not letting him get too far by, and a beautiful read there by Haybert. Flawless team defense there by Seattle. You notice they didn't commit to him heavily, and then had two players on him, one to the left side, one to the right side. So no matter which way he chose to try to move with the puck, there was going to be a player in the lane. Fantastic job by them, forcing Otto to the outside and forcing him to shoot. As Otto, most infamously known for his ability to basically just walk through your entire team, including your goalie, and just skate the puck into the net. Dalf trying to find the breakout here, but no can do. And Tony going to pick this one up. He's going to JSL pass it off the boards and almost finds Quacky an inch away. But again, reading that is Red Deer, and the puck squirts free down the middle of the ice to Otto. And Otto gets one of the easiest goals of his career, all the time in the world to work with. Notice how he puts it right through the center of Haybert. As a goalie, that is the hardest part of your body to try to make a save on, because as you move your stick left to right, what a shot by Tony. Oh, and as I'm talking, what a face-off play. Quacky, we see the value in the face-off wins. He gets it straight to Doug. Doug back across to Tony, and Tony takes the backhand shot right in far top corner of the net, and we have a 4-4 game. And here I thought I had a minute to talk about, some strategy, some components to this, and oh no, Haybert loses the puck to Otto. He's not back in the net yet. Haybert, oh no, punished for his mistake as Otto makes the whole team look silly, getting his fourth of the game. And you can see he just walks it right into the net, as I was saying earlier. And that's going to bring us to a 5-4 lead for Red Deer. With just over a minute to go, Red Deer with a huge defensive play there as Seattle on the doorstep almost finds the game-tying goal. We are now under 1 minute to play. Seattle with some great puck possession, great puck movement here. They're trying to be smart with this. They don't want to throw this away. Quacky and Doug, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there as Doug tries to find the centering pass. He does, but the spinning puck off Tony's stick, he can't control it. This is going to get sent across to Otto. We've got 38 seconds left now. Otto trying to take the long shot. He does. It's a little bit wide. Haber gets a piece of that anyway, just in case. Otto stepping up on it, though. Strips it away from Doug, but Doug, can he redeem himself? He gets in the way of Otto just enough. This is going to get sent across to Marchi with a wide shot. 20 seconds now. Otto with possession in the offensive zone. Needs to kill as much time as possible. He's just going to skate this around. He still has it. Seattle not able to get this away from him. Killing time. Sends it deep to Marchi. Marchi sends it back in, which might be a little unwise at this point. Haber does find Quacky. Quacky cuts it back. Cuts it in. He's got to take a shot. He takes it. It's over the net. Oh, it was on net, but just a little bit too high. And Seattle, unfortunately, in a heartbreaker, drops their second game of the night. 5-4 this time, behind a 4-goal effort from Otto, as they almost make that work at the end. Oh, tragic. Unfortunate, but what a game. And what a start so far to this season. Wow. I love watching entertaining hockey. Entertaining, quality gameplay. That's what I'm here to say, you know? And we're getting some of that tonight. And I have a feeling that the next game coming up might be the best of all of them. As I'm not sure what the score is in our other server. We have one other game that's been going on, which is between Toronto, who we are about to see here in a minute, and the Solary team, who won the first game we saw tonight. So two of them have been facing off in a different server. Again, not sure what the score of that is. It doesn't look like we have it in the schedule yet. But as soon as that game ends, we should see Toronto here to take on Red Deer. Wow. I'm going to lose my voice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you that much. Drinking the beer probably won't help. But you know what? Who cares? We're here for the fun, right? We are here for the fun. And for those who maybe don't know or haven't been here before, this is Hockey Question Mark. This is a free-to-play first-person hockey game. So we're watching it from a nice third-person perspective here, but everything the players see is entirely first-person. Their stick, every movement that they make is all controlled by the keyboard and the direction of their mouse. So there's no buttons that allow you to shoot, pass, stick handle, receive, hit. Everything has to be done manually, which makes this an incredibly high skill cap game for as simple and as ridiculous as it looks. It is incredibly hard. I think one of the best ways I've ever heard this described is if you've been around on the internet long enough and you've heard of what QWOP is. This is like QWOP on skates with other people. So it is it's very difficult to take on, but it is incredibly fun and incredibly rewarding when you really get into it and start getting a feel for the mechanics, how the game works, and the satisfaction of playing in games like this and getting to win big games, score big goals. There's nothing like it. And I say that as someone who has 1,000 hours in CSGO, who's got several thousand hours in games like League of Legends. I've played a lot of very competitive online games, and I have to say this takes the cake for being the most intense and probably the most like truly player skill driven game that I've ever played. So highly recommend it. If you've never messed around on it before, you can go ahead and type !HQM in the chat here, and that will bring up a link to our community Discord, which has all the information you need to know about where to play the game, how to play the game, who to play it with, and information about the leagues that you see here on this stream right now. So it looks like we have Toronto showing up here, so their game must have finished. See if we can get them to tell us what the score of their game was. Looks like it was a 6-5 win in overtime for Solary. So, wow. 2 out of 3 games so far today have been 1-goal games. A little disappointed we didn't get the overtime game, but that's all right. As we have both teams ready to go here. So for Toronto, we have the GM is the Little Owl, or just known as Owl these days. We have Gawed, which is Guy Lafleur, another one of the game's best players. Meatsail, or Meat. Those of you familiar with Slapshot might recognize him. He's also one of the game's best players. Debeezy, Toronto, has been around the league for a very long time and ran a lot of our, we'll call it more amateur competitive scene leagues, notably the RSL and the JSL. And we have goalie Sully in net, facing off against the same Red Deer lineup we saw last time. So it looks like Kiwi will not be in attendance for tonight's games. So they're running it back. But the lack of starters didn't seem to hurt Red Deer last game as they took a nice first W of the season over Seattle. Looking to start this game hot is Marchie, who takes that shot on the backhand wide. And this will get played out to Delph. Delph with it now looking for Sully, but finds Sully, I should say, the goalie on the opposite side. So there was nobody home to pick up his breakout pass. Debeezy with it now, trying to just maintain possession in the neutral zone here for Toronto. He's going to send this in deep to Meatsail. Meatsail gets it off the boards. He's looking for Guy in front. Guy almost plays it out of the air. Maintaining possession here is Debeezy. Debeezy gets it back to Guy. Guy back to Meatsail. Meatsail with a backhand shot. A lot of velocity on that one, but couldn't elevate it. And that was ultimately wide. Opportunity for Otto. Ends up going too far as Owl's going to pick this one up, and he's going to find Debeezy around. Debeezy might look for Meatsail up same. He does. It does get there through Marchie. Meatsail tries to find the centering pass, but a great job by Delph cutting that down. So Meatsail's got to get a little more creative with it here as he's back skating. Somehow able to hold on to that the whole way through. Just makes it look easy. Marchie now trying to find Otto, but a little too far for him. So Debeezy will pick this one up for Toronto behind his goal line. And he's looking for the deep pass to Guy. Guy gets it through the body over to Meatsail. Meatsail, beautiful patience there. You can see Marchie trying to make sure he doesn't let Meatsail get around him. And Meatsail taking the opportunity to shoot. Notice how he cut that inside of Marchie's stick. So he kind of pulled the shot a little bit instead of keeping it out all the way on his stick where it would have been blocked. He pulls that in just inside so he can take that backhand shot and not get blocked. Marchie played that about as well as you could expect him to in that circumstance. So it is a beautiful move by Meatsail, but an even better move by Guy there on the boards as he was able to somehow through the body find the centering pass. But Otto trying to tie it and even up the score, and he does. Marchie with the stretch pass, an attempted defense, but they can't read the bounce on the puck, and Otto goes for the cheeky short side on the ice, tucks it in. Classic Otto goal. That's going to make it 1-1. So Otto gets his 5th goal of the night between the 2 games. This game is still young as he's going to look for more. Otto with it now, trying to get around Meatsail. Otto and Meatsail, 2 close friends. Some might say rivals given the circumstances. Finding a way to still get to this puck first is Guy. The guy tries to play this off the boards to himself. He's going to be able to get back to this still, though. He's going to fling that in front, and Meatsail almost gets that. But Marchie, great job watching, knowing that they were going to try to go for that. And down the other end, it's the same thing as Delph just feathers it beautifully onto Otto's stick, and he just puts it short side. He makes it look so easy. Oh, these guys are insane. I have to say I'm surprised at both of the 2 stretch passes there and how flawlessly they were able to just perfectly land that on Otto's stick. And a lot of the credit there goes to Otto too, being in the right position and understanding where he needs to be and how to place his stick to catch that perfectly so that the puck doesn't immediately bounce up off the ice on him. So a lot of subtleties and a lot of nuances in that it's easy to miss at game speed. Long shot here, almost in, but super paying attention. So he fights off the Owl long shot. Owl going to have to make his own defensive stop here as he tries to cut down the centering pass from Otto. Meatsail with it now. Otto does get there first, but Meatsail knocks it away. So this will get sent down deep for Marchie. Marchie with plenty of time and space to work with. Guy kind of peels off the forecheck a little bit, gives him more room. But there's nothing to do for Marchie. Nobody to pass to. So he's going to have to just dump that one down. Stabisi looks for, I think he was going for Owl there, and it was a little too far over him. So Dalf will pick this up. Trying to find Otto, who is streaking around behind. Otto, with the puck, tries to go short side on the wrap, and he almost gets there. Sully, great job shutting the door. Sully knows very well the types of things Otto tries to pull, so I'm sure he knew that was coming. Nice centering pass opportunity there from Meatsail. He tries to find Guy, but defense all over him from Red Deer. And Jabba with a last-ditch opportunity. He's got 2 seconds, flings it in. That should be well wide. It is. And that will bring us to the end of the first period. Red Deer picking up where they left off in the last game we saw them. Whereas our team in red, Toronto, coming off an overtime loss, so looking to get their first win of the season. Behind Meatsail and Guy, also known as Gawed here. So one face-off by Guy is going to go back to Sully. Sully finds Meatsail on the stretch. Meatsail going back across for Guy, and Guy almost able to get that. He's trying to one-time that, kind of redirect it back in the net. Really tough to do from that angle. Would have been absolutely nuts if he had pulled that off. Sully, with the puck in his feet, does get it out. However, great job by Marchie here. Steps up on that breakout attempt. But will it matter? The answer is maybe not. As Owl picks this up, he's going to curl this back around. Gets around Dalf. Does get around to second, but the second man, looks like that was Otto, does get a piece of it. It's going to knock it away. Otto now, he's got a man coming up middle behind him. He tries to tuck it in to get there, but Dalf can't get there in time. Great job by Guy. Read that play super well defensively. Of course, as I say that, Otto, the magnet to the puck, finds it again. Puck finds his way into Marchie's stick, but is knocked away by Meatsail and knocked back away by Marchie. His possession going back and forth here. Neither team able to really develop anything at the moment. As this stretch pass from Debisi to Meatsail goes too far. However, Meatsail gets it away from Marchie, just absolutely working him in the corner. Meatsail, what a player. Gets it across to Guy. Oh, wow. It's tough to blame Guy for not being there. It did not look like Meatsail was going to get that, but Meat, just an unreal player. What he's able to do, stick handling in a phone booth. So nice shot attempt there, goes wide, I think, from Owl. And Jabba with an opportunity now. He's going to go for the centering pass, but well read by Debisi. Push that aside. Otto sends that down in deep for Dalf, who's pressuring Sully. Sully out of the net. He gets it to Otto. Otto whiffs on the initial shot. I think he was trying to take advantage of the fact that Sully wasn't back yet. But unfortunately, he just shoots a little bit too early before the puck got there. That will wind up killing that possession for them. Sully with it here. Looking around, does find Debisi. Debisi with a decent amount of room to work with, but what a cut down by Marchie. Just absolutely reads the shit out of that. However, able to get it back here still is Toronto. Meatsail cuts it outside, cuts it back inside, does find the stick of Owl, but it's just a little bit too far, and he can't get that shot away. So Jabba with it now gets it stripped by Meatsail, and Meatsail staying strong on the puck, but not able to beat Marchie to it. This is going to get sent down in for Otto. Otto with one man to beat. He's just got Guy in his way. Goes for the centering pass, but nobody home. There's really nobody on the left point there. Want to see that be probably one of, well, I guess in that circumstance, either Jabba or Marchie. There's kind of nobody home there for Otto to send that to. So going the other way is Guy or Gaweg. Playing it into the corner. Otto picks that one up here. Meatsail tried to get a piece of it, and I think he got a little bit. Enough to get it to Owl anyway. But Owl gets that puck taken away by Marchie, who leaves it for Otto. Otto looking for Jabba deep. Jabba tries to get the receive, but the bouncing puck over his stick. Not able to corral that, understandably. Would have been absolutely nuts if that had been the case. So Dalf with it here is going to look for another breakout attempt to Jabba. But great job forechecking that by DeBeasy. And now we have an opportunity for Meatsail. He's in tight. Kind of weak defense on that, I'm going to be honest. I guess is a little tough. Marchie, not much he can do. Great body there by Guy. It looked worse on the initial one, but Guy, if you were watching that or could see that at the speed there, Guy is trying to keep his body in the way to continue to block Marchie from being able to cut over to his right to get in the shooting lane. It's a great job there by Guy setting up the pick. And that allows Meatsail the lane to score the game-tying goal. So we're coming now to the end of the second period, about 40 seconds left to go. Maybe one or two more opportunities for both teams. It's a great job by Dalf stepping up on what otherwise would have been a 2-on-1. And Otto will pick this up now, cutting it back across, but a nice read from Guy. Not fooled by his attempt. So Otto going to look for the pass this time. He finds Marchie. Marchie with room to work with. Oh, but a nice job by DeBeasy. Does not give him any respect or any space. And gets that puck out. Dalf with it now in the neutral zone with 8 seconds left to go. Gets it down deep to Otto. Otto's going to cut this back. He's at the blue line. He tries to find an across pass here, but Meatsail. Puck plenty slow enough for him to make the defensive stop there. And he will just rim that down in to end the second period. And this might be the third game in a row that we've had a tie game going into the third period. I see we have Kiwi showing up in the chat, who is on the Toronto team, but is not playing currently. Kiwi acknowledging that his team is cracked and doesn't seem to need him, apparently. Damn. Well, they are 1-0 so far, looking to make it 2-0. Sorry, you're on Red Deer. Apologies. Still getting used to the new names for the season. Marchie with it here. He has an opportunity. Takes the shot and it's blocked down. Jabba, what? I didn't even see Jabba standing there in front of the net. I was getting caught up too much in watching the shot, but what a play by Jabba. Marchie looks like he's taking a shot there. I don't think that's an intended pass, and Jabba just slaps it down. Casual little slap down for the goal. Jabba showing up huge here. He's had such a good series of games. This Otto makes a beautiful play on that puck out of the air. However, not able to do anything with it after that, as Owl will pick this one up, take advantage of the lack of momentum that Red Deer have. Tries to get that up to Meatsail, but a nice job there by Marchie. Strips that away, so Dalf with it now. He's probably going to look deep for Jabba. He does, but it's just a little too far, so Sully forced to come out and play this one. Sully sends this around to Owl. Owl with it now. Looking up and across. He finds Guy. It's a little slow to get there, so Guy has to kind of just fling it. Meatsail doing his best. This puck gets sent to the side. Guy looking for Meatsail on the tip on the doorstep, but it is wide. As that one goes past Dalf, actually, with another opportunity here for Meatsail. Meatsail's going to curl this around. He's got Jabba all over him, forced to come way back now as they've had to clear out of the zone. And Meatsail going to fling this one in deep, and oh my God! Guy tries to play that one out of the air, and it was off the crossbar. That was almost fucking unreal. That would have been a highlight reel goal for this season for sure. Jesus Christ. Oh man, there is an insane amount of talent in this league right now, and it is too much fun to watch as they get to have fun playing this game. Meatsail looking for the centering pass now, but he can't quite get it, trying to fight off the boards there. A little bit tough with the lack of momentum. Guy with it now, a nice little drop pass to Owl. He's got a perfect chance, and reading it the whole way is Super, who makes a great save. All the pressure on Super at that point in time to maintain the 1-goal lead. Jabba almost gets a goal for himself, trying to strip that away from Sully. Jabba blocks the clearing attempt too. Jabba is just an animal right now. This is wild. DeBeezy looking up and across, but Dalf read it the whole way. However, not able to do much with that. And Marchi is going to have to pick this one up back in his own defensive zone. He's got Meatsail all over him. Meatsail a deadly forechecker, so Marchi has to be careful. Makes the smart, safe play back to Dalf. Dalf looking for Marchi again. Marchi with the one-time pass, but this is a little bit too far for Otto, and Sully comes out, makes an interesting play on that. He's going to get it again. A little risky there for what he's trying to do, but what a pass up to Meatsail. Meatsail gets around one, but the body is too much. Dalf right in the way, so Meatsail has to cut it wide. And a great job by Marchi getting in the passing lane. Is it enough? Oh, it is. That looked dangerous there for a second. And Sully picking it up deep. He's going to just try to rip this one in, hoping for a tip, and there wasn't any. And finding the bottom left corner of the net is Sully. I'm not sure if Jabba gets a piece of that shot, but Super completely lost that one as it came in, and it just drops perfectly in that little corner. What a wild sequence. And the game is tied with a minute to go. Red Deer and Toronto. A beautiful showing. However, Guy, what a move. Laying stretched out on the ice, able to get it around. He goes for the backhand shot, but it's off the post. It was almost in the slot there for Owl. It's so close. But Owl crashing a little too hard on the net there. Obviously, what you're expecting to do. Hard to blame him. Unfortunately, just didn't bounce right out in front for him the way he would have wanted. But a beautiful opportunity there for Toronto for the moment. They'll get another one as Owl finds Meatsail. It's a super hard pass. Meatsail able to corral that, but it does skate away from him. And Guy trying to play it out of the air. Can't quite get it done, but Meatsail around back of the net. And Otto with a great defensive play. Here's Guy with it again. Otto again with a great defensive play. Gets his stick in the shooting lane, and he gets around the forecheck. He gets around another one, but the body knocks him off of it. And with 5 seconds left to go, is there enough time? The puck gets lost over to Marchi. Marchi loses it behind him. And a shot right at the last second, I think, would have gone over the net. Oh, man, what an opportunity for Owl there. He had a shot. It wasn't a good one, but he made the most of it. Almost gets that one on net. And this game is going to overtime. Our second overtime game of the night. Second one in a row for this Toronto team. An easy face-off win as Otto looked to be AFK there. Guy going to let that go for Meatsail. Meatsail, what a move to get through the body. But a nice back check from Otto, who's woken up after just intentionally losing the face-off. That will give his team back possession. Dalf with it now, trying to find Marchi, but a great read by Guy. Guy with not much possession or room to work with, or momentum to work with. Has to kind of fling that one in front, and it goes wide. However, off the post on the rebound was Owl. Owl had an opportunity to sneak that one in there, and right in front, all by himself is Guy. What a pass by Meatsail. He picks it up down low. Meatsail finding Guy right in the middle, and Guy breaks off the body from Otto and gets the game-winning goal out in front. First goal of the game, but third point of the game, and you can see the offensive firepower that they have with Meatsail and with Guy. And wow, what a game that was. And what an opening night that was of the Lewis League games. Excellent stuff from all four teams that we saw here. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in for those games. We're going to take about like a 5-minute break or so here. We'll probably wind up stopping the stream shortly, and then I'll restart it again afterwards. So hang around if you're interested, but we're going to get into the next of the Face-Off interview series live here with myself and Tony in just a few minutes. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're looking forward to more games in the future. And for everybody that's sticking around for the interview, I will see all of you fine ladies and gentlemen in about 5 minutes.